What's up guys, it's Dinerik and today we're making iced tea.
It's Dinerik.
So I've had this idea for a while now, and it's all started a few weeks back when my mom and I went to England to look at universities. And whilst there I had a few really good iced teas, and it inspired me to do this video. So basically today we're doing 3 different iced teas, and they're all recipes that my girlfriend and I have made up ourselves, but we've taken inspiration from other places. So the first iced tea that we're making is pomegranate iced tea. And for that you'll need pomegranate juice, a lemon, a lime, mint leaves, and black tea. So the first step will be to boil up water, and you'll need to boil up around 6 cups of water. You can do more or less depending on how much iced tea you want, and that's equivalent to roughly 1.4 liters, I think. So once you boil the water, you can just add tea bags. I'd recommend around 6 tea bags. Obviously you can have more or less depending on how strong you want your iced tea to be. And then to that you'll need to add lime zest. So you'll just need to take a normal vegetable peeler and peel off some of the zest from the lime to add that extra taste to the iced tea. You let this sit for around 6 minutes, and then you just remove the tea bags and the lime zest from the water. And then while you wait for this to cool, you can slice your lemon. So now that everything is cool, you start adding everything together, starting with the crushed ice, and then you add the pomegranate juice. You can obviously decide how much you want, depending on how much flavor and how sweet you want the iced tea to be. And then after that you add the tea, because without the tea you can't have iced tea. And then you add the sliced lemon. And last but not least, you add the mint leaves to add that extra bit of flavor. And then when you're done with that, you can stir it. And voila, you get iced tea. The second iced tea that we're making is a chamomile mango iced tea. And what you'll need to make this is obviously chamomile tea, a mango, a lime or 2, mint leaves, and some sugar. So we're starting this off just as we started off the other iced tea. You start off by boiling water, and once the water has boiled, you add the 6 tea bags, or more or less depending on how strong you want it, of chamomile tea. Then you add the lime zest just as the iced tea before. Then you wait 6 minutes, and while you wait, you can start doing the sweetener to cancel out the bitter taste. To make the sweetener, you boil up some water, add some sugar, stir it around until it has dissolved. And then after that, you can slice the mango and the lime. And now everything has hopefully cooled down. So the last remaining step is to add everything once again into the pitcher. So you start off with your crushed ice, then you add the sweetener, and then you add the tea, and then the fruit, i.e. the mango and the lime. And last but not least, you add the mint leaves for that extra bit of flavor. And then stir it around. And now moving on to the last iced tea. This is the raspberry and peach iced tea. And as the name suggests, you need raspberries, peaches, green tea, some sugar, and mint leaves. So starting off this process is basically the same thing. You boil up some water, and once it has finished boiling, you add the tea bags into the water. And for this iced tea, we're not going to have any zest in it to change things up. And now you need to wait 6 minutes once again, and just as the last iced tea, you can do the sweetener during this time. We're not going to go over the steps of the sweetener because we've already done that. And when the sweetener is done, you can slice up the peaches. Now you wait for everything to cool. And once everything has cooled, you once again add everything together. Starting with the crushed ice, and then you add the sweetener, the tea, the fruits, which in this case are sliced peaches and raspberries. And then the final step is once again to add the mint leaves. And then you stir it up. So I hope that you've enjoyed this kind of video. If you have, go leave it a like down below. Maybe you can comment if this video has inspired you to try making your own iced teas. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I'll see you next week with another video. Goodbye.